Hi, my friends. J7409 here with weather news today. I've got it set up already. This is the European model. We will go to the GFS model, and we also will check out the North Atlantic Oscillation. It's got a big part in all of this. All right, here we are, 8 a.m., Tuesday morning, the 6th of March, 2018. Here's this big boy finally getting well out to sea over here. As I've been talking for the last few days, coming up Wednesday, which we'll go ahead and get to around 11 a.m. Wednesday, we see how everything is moving, and this is setting up for another storm on the New England coastline. Okay, that's the nor'easter we've been talking about. We'll go up to 10 p.m. Wednesday. I have a reason for doing this the way that I'm doing it. Here we are up in here. You guys going to get snow, okay? Montana, Vermont, all the way to New York, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania. You got snow over here. You see how it's developing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're going to have another one coming up if things keep going the way that they are. But we'll go on through and see how this seems to be looking like it might play out. 7 a.m. on Thursday morning, still moving up. You guys get ready for rain. I know you don't need it. This is not so much a wind maker. This is a snow and rain maker. So all of you guys be prepared for that, okay? Yes, I know you're sick of it. I'm sick of all this stuff too. It's just a mess, and it seems they're all setting up right off of my coast. This is like 7 p.m. Thursday. It should be getting on up and getting on out. Now, I said I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news. Well, I'm going to hop on up. This is the European model, okay? I'm going to hop on up to like Saturday at 5 a.m. We have a high pressure. It bounces over here, okay? But coming up is a low. 4 p.m. Saturday. Here's another low out here. And would you look at this system coming in? The Gulf Stream is the Gulf waters are hot. Just like I showed you the map the other day. It's unreal. If this is any indication of what our tropical storm and hurricane season may be like, we're in for a doozy. Let's hope it changes. Okay, 4 p.m. Saturday is what we're looking at. We'll go up to midnight Saturday night. It's moving on across in here in Florida. You guys are going to get some stuff, but we still got this low right up here. Now, as we come to around 7 a.m. Sunday morning, you can see them move. This one's coming up the coast here. And remember, lows and lows pull together. Highs push them out. But I'm going to show you something in a minute why they can't be pushed out but just so fast. So this is Sunday around 4 p.m. Let's go to 11 p.m. And would you look at that? We have another system. Let's see what the wind would be like in this. It's got some wind. The isobars are together, not too tightly packed, but they're in there all the same. They're in there. And they're going to bring lots of snow over to Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania. And yes, as we move on up the coast, let's put it on down here some. We'll get to Monday around 10 a.m. You guys are going to start feeling it again in the very same areas. Here we are at 9 p.m. Monday. More rain coming into these areas. So, you know, you've already had all the flooding with the first big boy. You got another one coming in Wednesday and Thursday that's going to give you more rain. I'm not talking storm surge and hurricane strength winds, but it's not going to be fun. You're going to have rain. You're going to have snow to already very, very saturated ground. One of the roads down on the banks here, well, Highway 12, it flooded out. They're supposed to open it up this afternoon, but you saw nothing but where the ocean met the sound. It was like that still yesterday. I don't know if they've opened it up yet, but they were supposed to open it up today. So I'll have to check on that. But that's just to tell you how powerful these storms, how much energy are in these storms, okay? So we'll move on up to Tuesday around 8 a.m. in the morning, and you can see more snow in Maine, mixture of rain and snow all the way down to Connecticut. All the little islands like Providence, Nantucket, Long Island, you're going to get rain and some snow out of that. So that will be 3 systems. I'm going to go back now to around the correct time. That will be 3 systems in just days apart that's come through. Now, what I want to do is take off the pressure points, and I do want to show you the sea temperature. This is a big deal. Okay? Look at the Gulf of Mexico. Warm, warm, warm all the way up. We'll make this a little bigger because these things seem to form right off the North Carolina coast when they catch all my friends in the New England area. You can see how warm the water. Now it's much cooler up here where I live. We'll click this and we'll see what it's reading. 55 degrees water temp. But you just go out, say, oh, I don't know, we'll say maybe about 150 to 100 miles off the Outer Banks. It's 74 degrees. 74 degrees. That's only like 5 degrees of being able to create these northeasters in the wintertime or a hurricane in the summertime. Would you look at that? And when we come on down, let's look at the Caribbean. All around Florida's warm, of course. See how warm it is? It's just plain hot, man. Let's just check out down around the Dominican Republic. 79 degrees. All the ingredients to make a hurricane. Now, when we come over to the North Atlantic Oscillation, this is very important. This is a big deal in shear wind. What would tear storms apart and what would help the high pressures to move the storms offshore faster. Well, they're negative. Look at that. Ever since really the end of February, but March 1st, they went down into the negative all the way up to March 16th. They're trying to struggle to get up, but they're going to be negative. So from now through the middle of March, everything that comes around, with the waters being as warm as they are, can turn into something of a bad, bad storm. Now, as we look at the reading from the GFS, I'm going to flip it back to yesterday for just a moment and then come on into the right time frame. There is the big storm finally leaving. It's still out there. This storm was something else. Okay, we'll move it on around now so you can see what's going on. Here we go. Watch as that other low forms off of my coast. There it is right there. Right in there. Looks like it's got some heavy rain pockets in it. We'll see. Look at all the snow. Do you look at all the snow on the backside of this system coming up? This is going to be the next nor'easter. Snow, 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 snow. We'll keep on going. You can, and look at that. There's some very, very heavy rain pockets in this up around Connecticut and Massachusetts. You guys please be aware of that. And behind it, nothing but snow, as you can see. And it seems to intensify a little bit there with the snow and the rain. Please be careful and please be aware of what's going on. I'm not quite sure if this other one is going to show up on this particular reading. Looks like it might. If you look down at the bottom, here we go. There it is. Now, this one's forming a little further south, so we'll have to wait and see. We have this high pressure here, but remember, we have no winds to like make this thing die down, okay? And we have the pressure right in here. As it moves up, will the high push it off? It looks like it's intensifying. Here we go. I hate to go so far out, but I wanted to bring this to your attention. So we'll leave it at that. So I just wanted you guys to be aware of this. It looks like unless something changes, all of the systems coming off, it's going to depend on if this high can move fast enough to push this off far enough. It won't cause too much trouble up here. This will be number 3. We've got to get through number 2, Wednesday, Thursday, into Friday, and then boom, into the weekend, number 3 pops up. With all that said, I wanted you to be aware of this. Much peace, love, and kindness to all of you. Be safe. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe, click the bell, get my latest weather forecast and alerts as I put them out. Thank you for the upvotes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the donations that you give me. I appreciate it so very much. I appreciate you and love you just for watching my videos and sharing them to help me to keep other people aware and safe. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you.